It's Sade on your head?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I guess. I had got it at, where was it? Where was that at? Where were we?
Slow Jams?
Yeah, because I had on a red hat with an F on it, and then somebody gangbanged on me when I was standing outside. And so I was like, okay. So
over there? That's crazy.
So I went inside, and I was like, I can't wear this hat. And then Z was like, yo, they got a hat that kind of matched what I had on that day.
Yeah.
He was like, we got to get you another hat. I was like, some dude started throwing up C's at me and shit.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that hasn't happened to me yet.
He was like, I see that F. I was like, I don't know what this represents.
Yeah.
But let me take that shit off my head.
I be wearing Fear Guy hats and everything. I would have never asked.
That's crazy. We're friends.
We are friends.
Yeah, so why would you have not asked?
Because you don't been on WTF. you done been on Mello's pod. You know what I'm saying? Like,
What's that mean?
Like, what you doing over here?
That doesn't change the fact that we're friends.
Yes, that is true. I do feel like sometimes I feel like, do some people still perceive me as a peer? You know what I'm saying? Like yes, 10 years ago when I met you, I felt like we perceived each other as peers.
Yeah.
But as you've ascended and been on billboards and buses and bus stops and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? You done been in movies. You done did all kind of stuff. I can see you looking at me and be like, yo.
But when have I ever looked at you like that?
Rob ain't graduate.
When have I ever looked at you like that or treated you like that?
Never.
Okay.
Never. And when I think about it, you was always doing for me. And then when I really sat back and thought about it, it was like, dang, I don't know if I ever held down Sam the way Sam was holding me down in the beginning.
No one does. I want to put that out to all my friends. Nobody does.
Yo, Sam didn't even live in New York and was getting me spots in New York.
I don't know what
I had just met you. But I feel like you one of the most turned up people I've ever met. You one of the most intense, like internally intense people. So the speed in which you operate at, to me, is like a warning. You know what I'm saying? Like the way you was like really already ready to be cool with me, I was like, whoa. And then over time I realized, like, dang, Sam was actually just really cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just really like smelt it on me or something and was just really cool. You know what I'm saying? And it really made me feel like, dang, you know, like I can never fault Sam for anything, because Sam already showed me who Sam was, and I was the one that was just kind of like, you know, not ready to receive it.
I could dig it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then when I hit you on a personal tip, sometimes I feel like
I just be busy.
Don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes just be moving, baby. Life be lifing.
I would have went across the country to go to the 90s party.
Life be
life.
that
right now.
You know what? It's
I would have had my hammer pants.
Sometimes it's just
up.
You don't see people, you don't think about people, because we around so many people.
That's real.
You know what I mean? It's like if someone's not in your face every day, or you don't see them when you're out at the clubs. Like literally, that's how I'm inviting people to my birthday. I see you at the Comedy Cellar, and I'm like, "Hey, you want to come to my birthday?"
Right.
So it's like if you're not seeing people, you just kind of forget. I think that happens across the board with this.
I'm at the house heated. I'm at the house heated because I'm like, now I'm heated at the people that didn't dress out. I'm like, that's what you had on today. You ain't know you was going to a 90s party. You know what I'm saying? I would have been in there pressing people with Kazals on. You know what I'm saying?
It was a good party, too.
At the same time, you know what I'm saying? Like,
next time I got you, bro.
Sam, you the homie. You been the homie. You know what I mean? I can't believe you here.
I wish I could hear all the sounds. I want to hear. I want to be a part of it. All right.
Oh, you didn't even know I was playing New Edition right now?
I want to be down. I'm like, what's going on? Oh, you're playing deep cuts.
Yeah.
You're not playing just what everybody be listening to now.
No. They made a song about Boston. I'm going to play that. I'm going to play the song about Boston. You know what I'm saying? 100%. Sam, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm a little tired. I had food poisoning yesterday, as you know.
Yeah.
I'm a survivor.
Right.
So I'm doing all right. My first food poison, you know what I mean?
First time?
First time.
Okay. Because it's one of those things, once it happens, then the minute you hear it, you know exactly what that means.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's one of them things.
As soon as it was happening, I was like, oh, this is it.
This is it. I've heard about this.
I'm poisoned.
And when described, it don't sound as intense as it is.
Oh, no, it's bad. It's like you're dying.
It's
really like you're dying.
All the symptoms are familiar, but you never had them activate at once.
Yeah, and the intensity of it all.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
I don't care. I'll get into details. It was like someone turned on a hose in my butt. It was just like...
Yeah.
And then coming out my mouth at the same time.
And
then sweats and chills. I got poisoned, bro. Full on poisoned.
Full on poison.
Do
you know what did it?
I think me and Zach went to some late night Japanese place and I got some chicken katsu and it had like a scrambled egg situation, but I felt like the egg was too wet.
Gotcha.
And I was not trusting it and I was like picking around it. I think that egg got me.
No, they really be Rocky Balboa with the eggs out here sometimes. And it's like, yo, you got to throw that back on.
Yeah, I think the egg, I'm not a person who eats my eggs like that. My stomach's not even built up for that.
Oh, yeah, you know? I'm a sunny side, but I gotta bring the sun. I don't let anybody else do my sunny side eggs. You know?
I can dig it.
I'm scrambled in public.
Yeah, it wasn't. It didn't hit right. It was just not the right temp. Wet, but I was down bad, brother.
Yeah. Damn, Sam.
Thank you.
But it's only it's a temporary thing. You're gonna be back.
I'm gonna be back.
Yeah.
Back like cook crack. You know what I'm saying? Can't hold a good nigga down.
Got to see you on stage recently. You know what I'm saying? You out here, you still, you know what I'm saying, a beast on that stage and whatnot.
Oh, thank you, brother.
Yeah.
I enjoyed your set as well.
Oh, appreciate it. Nah, it was a real joy to see. Like, yeah, you still talking that talk in these times and whatnot.
Trying, man. It's always fun to, like, perform for your friends, you know? Like, I feel like that show is, like, for the homies. As much as there's an audience there, it's like you're going up for your friends and you're, like, you're trying to, like, smash that shit for the homies, so the homies would be like, "Oh, nah, you still beast with it." You know what I mean?
I'm still cold.
Yeah, so it was really nice to go up and like everybody was there and shit. It was a good little like comedy, camaraderie type situation.
Right. Everybody on the show except for Mandel was in New York at the same time. Like that was kind of bugged out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, those like Jordan, Janelle. It was fun.
Yeah, but that wouldn't have been a lineup. We wouldn't have all ever been on the same show, but we would have been coming from different shows, might have hollered at each other at better days or something, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Shout out to PD.
Sam, I know you're originally from Boston.
I am.
But you did live in Atlanta for a little period.
I did, and I was born in Atlanta, yeah.
You were born in Atlanta?
I was.
Are you a Grady baby?
No.
Okay.
I was born in South Fulton.
South Fulton. Okay. All right. Yeah. Still Atlanta.
Yeah, that's Atlanta.
Yeah. But you would have gotten some arguments coming up if you had stayed in Atlanta.
About it being Atlanta or not?
The Grady babies got all the juice.
Oh, yeah. I heard. But I also heard it was like a bad hospital to be born in. Like they should say like shady Grady baby.
That's why they got the juice, because it's like, yo, we got the trauma center. People be getting shot when I was born. Like they.
Well, I'm glad I wasn't born in that.
They press you. If you like a Grady baby is like one of them things. That's the only thing on the Amaretta scale I don't have. I'm not a Grady baby.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What hospital you born? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
What hospital were you born?
North Side.
Oh, okay. Ooh, fancy.
Right.
Fancy boy.
Yeah, and then brought back to the SWATs, but yeah, the nice part of the SWATs. Yeah.
Okay, come on, nice part of the SWATs, Northside Hospital.
Yeah. So like
now, Suffolk, which is not the best, but it's not the worst, you know.
No, yeah, you wouldn't have been like, oh, you can't even be around us. It wouldn't have been like that, but it would have, it would have just been like all the Grady babies, all they socials got the same like 3 numbers, so they know
who they are.
That day that you got to bring your social security card, and a lot of kids' social was their lunch number, which was nuts.
Ooh,
yeah,
that's different.
Your lunch card would like really, they'd be like, "What's my social?"
I wasn't there long, so I didn't experience any of that. Like as soon as I was born, I was probably like 1 when I left. I don't even remember being there.
Straight to Boston.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. What was growing up in Boston like? What kind of toys did Sam play with as a kid?
Everything. I liked all the stuff. I just wanted whatever was hot. Whatever was like new and hot. I was okay. So like, if it was some new drop, I was like, I need that.
Okay, but like what kind, like what genre are we talking about?
Boys' toys, girls' toys, all toys. It was just like whatever. Like I had like the gym car with the gym doll. That was one of my favorite toys. But then I had like Talking Pee Wee Herman. I had an Alf doll. I had the little pillow people. I had the boxer. I had Ninja Turtles. I had all the Barbies, all the holiday Barbies.
Are you mixing mingling when you playing with the Barbies? Are they like talking to the Ninja Turtles?
Yeah. They're in the G.I. Joes. Sometimes they're dating. Sometimes they're fucking. Sometimes they're just kicking it. Yeah. But there's like it's intersocial for sure.
Is it how many of y'all is it?
I got 2 older brothers.
2 older brothers.
Yeah, they were like way older than me.
So they had the boy toys already in the house.
Yeah. Transformers, Voltrons, all that kind of stuff.
And you bringing in the girl toys?
Yeah, and some boy toys. I didn't get that many boy toys. My mom was very adamant about like making me be a girl.
You ever have any of the like dress up stuff? I
didn't really do that. I didn't really like that kind
boas,
of stuff.
No boas,
I didn't buy none of that. I didn't like none of that stuff. I mess with the toys and the dolls and stuff, but I wasn't really into that stuff. I didn't like dresses. I hate you had to like force me into a dress.
Yeah.
I hated dresses.
My sister, I remember she was 3. She got a boa, and I was just like, man, that ain't even in my wheelhouse. I didn't even know about that.
She was
that's
turned
crazy.
Yeah.
What was y'all rocking? Like, what was the gear?
The clothes?
The clothes. Yeah.
Boston's Adidas town, so a lot of Adidas.
Really?
Yeah, it's big Adidas city. Because we didn't want to be like New York. New York was Nikes and Uptowns, so we were just kind of trying to find our own identity, within like whatever. Because we've kind of always been like little brother to New York type energy.
Right.
So I think we were just trying to, and this is pre-me. This is like my brother's era. Like, just trying to find our own stuff. So like. Boston became like a big town for like Adidas and Adidas is a major thing in the city. So equipment, pro models, top 10s, Patrick Ewing's because that was like low key an Adidas. But I mean, people also wore Nikes. Don't get me wrong. Also, it was like hood to hood. You know what I'm saying? So Roxbury Cats was wearing Forces. You know what I mean? So there was that going on too. And then also like by the time I'm in like high school, it's all that whole game of Boston niggas wear Adidas. That's like old. That's like my brother's era. We're not even on that. We're wearing 97s. We're wearing 95s. We're wearing all the stuff. Like we're not even living by those laws anymore by that time.
Got you. I always figured
a lot of Air Maxes though. Big Air Max town. Like Tune Airs.
Yeah.
95s, 97s, 90s. Yeah, we would go that route a lot. A lot of with the Brits called trainers. Yeah.
So like some UK type stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. I always figured Boston would be like on the Tommy Hill.
Yep, we was on that. Nautica, Helly Hansen.
Yeah.
Gap for sure.
Yeah.
Something
about being that close to
Nautica.
Harvard. It's like, yo, I gotta get a little
prep to
preppy
it.
sometimes.
Polo.
Yeah.
Rugby. Yeah, a little prep to it for sure.
Yeah.
A little rugby with the Timbs. Same kind of East Coast, up north shit.
I got you. Did you ever, know before you got in the game, did you know how you wanted to dress as a comic, or did that, develop over time?
That developed over time. I really didn't care. When I first started doing comedy, I was, broke as shit.
Right.
And I was like, I don't really care about nothing but comedy. Like, I just got to focus on this, and the money will come, and then I could buy the shit I really want. It was like I already knew I couldn't really afford the shit I really wanted to buy, so I wasn't too pressed. I was like, I could get 3 Champions, a crisp pair of Timbs, some fucking Old Navy jeans. I'm fine. I don't need to be really too stressed out about this.
I feel like there's something to that, though. When you on the come up, I feel like you got to kind of look like the come up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like, it's less believable if it's like you going up first, but you got on the full leather
outfit. Also, all that
outfit.
shit is distracting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, before I even started, I sold all my sneakers. I used to have mad kicks. I sold all of them.
Okay.
To, like, get money to, like, move back home, to, like, do what I needed to do and start comedy and shit. So I was really just on some, like, comedy is the most important thing. And, like, everything else will come if I just, like, put all my energy into this. So it was like any money I was getting, I was putting it into going to festivals or doing some shit for comedy. So I wasn't really buying clothes. Like, I just wasn't.
Like, was that hard to sell all your stuff?
Yeah, it was sad to sell my sneakers for sure. But I was like, yo, I'm nice. I'll get them shits back.
Yeah. Is there anything that you weren't able to get back?
Mad shit.
Yeah?
Mad shit. The Brazil 95s. The Kermit the Frog, Stan Smiths.
Okay.
The light blue bankroll ice creams.
Yo.
Yeah, a lot of shit I didn't get back.
Oh, dang.
A lot of shit I lost to the game for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't even know you was ahead. You know what I'm saying? Because of the transition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I thought, you know what I'm saying, you was new to the game.
Nah, not at all. Not at all.
I was like,
everybody who know me,
Sam wasn't even on that.
The tearaway vandals.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. I be looking for those. I can't find them.
Yo, that's one of them ones that it ain't hyped up. So there's no pressure for them to bring it back.
That spot in Little 5 Points got all my shit, and then I was seeing niggas running around Atlanta in my shit, and I knew it was my shit.
That's one of that's something
I was like, damn, those are my sneakers.
I donate a lot, especially as I'm growing and stuff, and like I don't want to see who got it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I used to stay in which, man. The Negro League Air Force Ones. Remember the Negro League edition?
Yes, yeah.
Get those back.
Baseball stitching on
them.
Yep. Yeah.
Lost those to the game.
Dang. You was doing it.
I was in Wish all the time.
Yeah. Oh, man, Lil 5.
Yeah, I would spend money on sneakers if I ain't buy nothing else.
Yeah.
One time, one of my homies, this when Super first dropped, and Supers used to actually cost some fucking bread. And they had these red Python Supers at Wish. And I brought them shits, and I had to get rid of them. And then I went out to the club that weekend, and my homie was wearing them. We went out together, and she put them shits on, and I was like, those are my sneakers. And she was like, yo, someone had these at the spot. They had these at the spot. And I was like, those are my fucking sneakers.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
The Supers, that was an era.
Yeah.
That was an era, and it came and went. Like
it was fast.
Yeah.
And then when they were taxing, that was like, it wasn't a cheap shoe.
Nah, because Jay-Z put them on, and they was out.
Yeah.
And it was like...
At first, it was a tax for that.
Yeah, them gold joints. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, my homeboy went it. He got to take the TKs and the Sky Top 2s, the Sky Tops. But yeah, I never pulled the trigger.
Yeah, I had mad shit.
I never pulled the trigger on the Supers. Just because they said it was a skate shoe, but it just looked like some superhero shoe. You know what I'm saying? From the look, it just was like...
It was a little, like, chunky.
Yeah, it was a little chunky. It was on some high top, but it went perfect with the skinny jeans of the time.
That's why I bought these, like, jeans, and I had, like, this red-black situation that I was like, just go and kill it. Mm-hmm. Because I used to go to Bang On and make T-shirts all the time.
Bang On, yeah, across the street, yeah. Nah, you make a custom shirt, custom hat, whatnot.
Yeah.
Screen print, iron on.
Yeah, I used to do that all the time.
American Apparel across the street, so now you can scan on whatever you want to. Yeah. Man, that was an era for sure.
For sure, in Atlanta, definitely. Bing.
Bing, bong, boom.
Boom, bing, bing, bing.
Sam, what's your favorite color? Sky.
Favorite color what?
Sky.
Like the sky?
Yeah, like the sky.
I like the sky at dusk when it's kind of got that pinkish, like peachy tint to it. There used to be a marker. I used to think I was a graffiti artist. There used to be a marker that was that same color, and that was like my favorite marker.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that, like pinky. And I shouldn't even say graffiti artist. I still write my tag on shit because I can't draw for shit. But I came up with a tag. My friend was a graffiti artist, and she could really do like the art. But I was just trying to be down with her. And she'd be like, yeah, we're going to go get up today. And I'd be like, all right. And we would like spray paint on buildings.
Yeah.
But I just knew how to like tag, and it wasn't that great.
What,
but I used to love that color.
Did you was tagging stuff outside?
Yeah, and I used to write on a like little, like the hello, my name is tags, and like put them shits all over the place. Yeah, I was like thinking I was a graffiti kid for a little second.
You pre-did it, and then you just like
put
it on?
You would just slap them places. Then you had those. You had the actual markers that like right on the bus. Then you had the spray cans to like get up on the buildings.
You was spraying the buildings?
I sprayed the Dorchester Public Library, and I almost got caught. And we had to run. And then my mom told me she found a bunch of the markers and shit in my bag. And she was, if I ever see your name or anything or whatever, she seen the little stickers, and she was like, I'm gonna fuck you up. And then I was like, I can't be a graffiti person no more.
What was your? Did you have a tagger name?
I had a tagger name. It was terrible. It was a satanic. It's trash. And we had a crew name.
Up? Was
Our
it
crew
like
name was
S-A-Y?
No, it was it was S-A-T. And I used to make the N like crazy, like an N, and
like
then I put like a
pointy
little
tail or something.
Yeah, a little loop on it.
Okay.
Yeah, and we had a name. It was called a Get Up Artist. It was called GUA.
Okay.
Yeah, we were the Get Up Artist, but she was really the artist. I was just.
You was just
writing on shit.
My name is around. Sam, if you could be any animal, what animal would you be?
Ooh. That's tough. I feel like at one point I would have said some shit like a panther, but they be doing too much.
Yeah, what they be doing? Just
running a lot and stuff. I want to chill. Like, I'm in a chill, zen place in life. Like, I would want to be something that's just kind of like cool. Like koala.
A koala?
Yep.
They only can eat like one thing though, right?
But they get high off of it. They get high off the eucalyptus. They be chilling in the trees. They take a lot of naps. They cooling.
I didn't realize they get high off the eucalyptus. That makes sense though.
And they just be kicking it.
Yeah.
They roll. Fuck with them. Koala.
Sam, do you feel like you powerful?
Sometimes. I think, like, you know, especially we do what we do, you feel powerful sometimes, for sure. Sometimes it's like, what the hell am I doing here, you know?
Yeah.
So sometimes.
No, like, I don't know. Sometimes when I see you turned up, I feel like that it's power in that. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like you're such a, like, low-key dude that, like, turned up to you is, like, not really turned up in my brain.
Right. Well, I think it's an energy. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you be standing on tables and kicking stuff over physically.
Okay.
But like you be giving that energy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you could rile everybody else up to like stand on the table and kick stuff over.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like I be feeling like a revolution be about to start.
Yeah.
And it's been like that since day one. Like the first time I saw you, it felt like I had just watched a special. It was really just like, oh man, like I didn't know you could feel like that in person. You know what I'm saying? I thought like maybe, you know, after things are recorded and chopped up and you know what I'm saying, like filtered, and it was like, nah, you can get this. This got a beginning, middle, and an end, and I'm really here rocking. You know what I'm saying? And I always seen it. I always seen the power, and there was always like respect to that. And so I always wondered if you knew that, or if it's just like, you know.
Nah, I think it's more just like wanting to be nice and just like just a desire to be good at it. You know what I'm saying? And like what I always admired about it was the guys who could put together a beginning, a middle, and the end, and like orchestrate the shit and really control the mood of the audience and kind of really take them on a ride and know exactly where they're going and have those drops where you like, damn, what's going to happen? And then they just loop you back around. And you're like, oh, shit. And I just wanted to be, like, nice from the beginning. I was like, I just want to get as good as I fucking can get.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was, like, taking a lot of risk really early because I was like, I need to get in the habit of doing it like this so I could get nice.
That's what's up. Instead of being thirsty and coming in just like, yo, I just want to crack them. It's like, I want it. Yeah, I'm looking at the finish line.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's tough to do because it's a lot of pressure to do the job immediately versus figuring out how to do the job.
But that's the fun part, I think. Yeah, it's just like the figuring it out. You know what I'm saying? Trying to figure out that puzzle.
What's like the first thing you think you messed with, like comedically?
Probably like cartoons.
Yeah,
just like cartoons, like Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, like watching cartoons with my brother, you know.
Okay.
And like laughing and you know the like more adult or higher level jokes. He was like, "Did you get that?
Yeah.
What do you think that means?" And I'm like, "I think it means like this." And he's like, "Oh, you're close, but like this or whatever." So
interesting.
I think like cartoons was the first thing that I like just was like I understood comedically like something was going on.
When did you first realize a stand-up was a thing?
Probably like Bill Cosby, you know, when I was young, you know, like it's probably like the first like family friendly guys at my own. Yeah. Himself. That was like, oh,
49.
Yeah, like, oh, this is like a thing people do. And Eddie Murphy, you know, like this is like a thing. You can just stand up and like talk and like, people and be funny and people will like listen.
I don't know. I feel like I always knew about it. Like I knew about it from a very early age.
For sure.
You know, because I don't know, maybe Fozzie Bear, maybe
that's
Seinfeld, you know what I'm saying? But I do feel like...
I would say Fozzie before Seinfeld. That too. Yeah, I would say Fozzie might be the first introduction.
Because Fozzie as an introduction is like...
But they didn't make
bombing is an introduction.
But I was about to say, they didn't make it seem like they just was like, I was just like, this is guy you throw tomatoes. Like, made it sound like something bad. Like, it's something that annoys people.
Right.
The first time I saw it, like, oh, this is an art form was probably like Bill Cosby, George Carlin, like early stuff my mom would watch. You know?
Got you. Yeah, no, I remember... when Bring the Pain came out, I had to go in the other room. And when I finally saw that it was like a dude talking, I was like, this is nuts.
Yeah.
I've already seen a lot just because I, couldn't sleep or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But a dude talking, I got to go in the other room. Like, what is he saying?
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Like, what could be so crazy that I can't watch somebody talk?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And then, like, seeing where all the people that I liked on sitcoms, like, they came from this thing.
Yep.
Just like,
starting to make that connection, yeah. For sure.
What kind of music was you rocking with?
I mean, very young. It was like, whatever my brothers was listening to. So Slick Rick, Biz Markie, just whatever tapes they had. I was just listening to this stuff.
Gotcha.
I wasn't really listening to NWA. It was just like too much for my young ears. I just didn't really relate. But like Slick Rick, Biz Markie, like the fun stuff. You know what I mean? I was listening to like the fun rap.
Yeah.
Big Daddy Kane, LL Cool J, Dana Dane, Kwame, because I liked his hair. And
Kwame produced like almost all his stuff.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why he was like, like the genius or whatever.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Special Ed, Black Sheep, De La Soul. That was like that, like, I guess, early middle school, early elementary.
Yeah.
5th grade, 4th grade. Then like middle school, started listening to like Onyx, Wu-Tang.
Okay.
Snoop, what else was running? Domino. I don't know why I was so into Domino, but I was definitely killing that Domino CD. Bone Thugs.
Okay.
What else? DMX, 50.
It was getting real dark. It was getting real dark.
It was like that, but that's what it was like.
Bone Thugs, Wu-Tang,
yeah, that's what it was
DMX.
like. That's what was out. Mary, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Lil Kim. Like that's what Foxy. I killed that El Nana album.
So way more hip hop.
Yeah, that's what was,
Yeah.
Criss Cross was like in that fun time.
Come on, they missed the bus.
I killed that album. First tape trying to think, it was the first tape that I had that was like my tape. It might have been Crisscross.
Yeah.
Might be my first. Like, I asked my mom to take me to the record store and get a tape.
Did you ever wear your clothes backwards?
I think I wore a jersey backwards before, but not the pants.
I remember, like...
I think I had a White Sox jersey, I'm pretty sure, and I wore it backwards.
When Crisscross was out, I was, like, early elementary school. So, like, we had a bathroom in our classroom, and then, of course, I hit that bathroom up.
And turned the clothes inside backwards?
Turn my clothes
Because inside out is wiggity, whack.
Come on.
Yeah, I was listening to ABC, too. I forgot about them.
Oh, yeah, ABC. Didn't they have beef?
Yeah, that's why I said inside out is wiggity whack. ABC used to wear their clothes inside out. But everything is to the back with a little slack, because inside out is wiggity whack.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Adults throwing shots through kids at other kids.
Get that inside out shit out of here.
I don't remember. Like, I remember Another Bad Creation.
They had Aisha.
They had the playground, of course. But, like,
that's it.
Yeah, no, I don't remember anybody being like, what are they going to say back?
That's it.
Yeah. But they was in Atlanta?
Was it?
Yeah. The playground video's misleading because they shot it in New York. So they on the train, they wearing Syracuse stuff. They, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's very misleading.
You can't just be straight Atlanta.
I thought they were New York
back then,
or
but
like
yeah,
up north.
Nah, maybe it's a mix, but yeah. Come on.
Nah, they was fly. They had the kid with the red hair. They had red. That was like their big factor.
Yeah, no, red hair back then, that was big. Yeah,
huge.
Malcolm Jamal Warner dyed his high top,
you know,
like Heinz 57 red.
Oh, I was listening to a lot of Kid and Play. Speaking of high tops.
Yeah. People sleep on Kid and Play.
Nah, I fucked with Kid and Play. I do that on Too Hype.
Too Hype? Yeah. I love Getting Funky. Yeah. And I didn't know that the Union Square was a club.
I neither.
So, yeah, when they talking about Brooklyn terrorizing the square, it's like a club,
Putting
like the
me on.
only club in New York that played hip-hop. Like, before the tunnel, it was Union Square. So all the
education.
all the old school acts that talk about Union Square, they not talking about like 16th Street, the park over there. They
talking about a real place.
They talking about a real place.
Right.
But I didn't know that. So, like, I would listen to old school, you know, be going to the stand and stuff and be like, yo, it used to be crazy parties right here. And now that ain't the case at all. Like, turns out, it was a spot called Union Square. They said they would play Stetsasonic and then people would get robbed. Like, you heard them drums.
Salt and Pepper. Forgot about them. I was definitely heavily into that.
Yeah.
I'm a hip hop kid.
Salt and Pepper and Kid and Play and Martin Lawrence all worked at Sears together.
That's cool.
Isn't that crazy?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. You know, like it's in the Salt and Pepper movie, but I would love to just see a whole thing on that.
Yeah, just like what that was like to be in that type of workplace. But everyone having those aspirations too. Like everybody's really trying to be something.
Right.
Because Martin is acting very young. You know what I mean? Pretty early in his life, he's already like going that way, and so were they. So that's pretty interesting.
Martin went and got it. He was on Star Search, and then What's Happening Now. You know,
fucking
Talking Dirty After Dark. Do the Right Thing. Yeah, no. Martin's trajectory.
Talking Dirty After Dark is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
So good.
It's crazy. And it's one of them like, oh, we putting everybody on.
It's also just like a classic comedy. Like we don't have any black comedies like that anymore that get to be like kind of like white comedies where it's like it doesn't have to be important and it doesn't have to be deep. It's just like he's fucking the boss's wife and his dick won't get hard and he just want his dick to get hard again and go.
Yeah.
It's like in movie time, you know what I mean?
Right. Martin was willing to like take some L's, you know, like that's. I don't know everybody could be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be impotent in my first movie, and then the next movie I'm gonna have the stinky breath, and then you know what I'm saying, like.
Yeah.
Next movie, I'm gonna eat the fish off the ground.
Yeah,
but eventually, I'm gonna be the man.
I'm gonna be that guy. Yeah,
right.
I'm gonna be that guy.
Right.
He was always great though. Like Talking Dirty After Dark is so good, and then he's great in House Party. So I don't know. It's kind of like taking the roles that you can like pop with, I guess.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Because he always stood out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I do wonder what New Jack City would have been like in another universe where it's Martin and not Chris Rock. Because they said Martin was up for it for Pookie.
I don't think it would have worked.
Yeah.
Chris just had the look and the desperation that you needed.
Right.
I don't think I would have believed Martin that desperate.
Yeah.
Like in the spot with the crackhead fighting over the chicken.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's too animated and like too silly where it would have been like, it would have took something away from it.
Yeah. I don't know. I always wonder why Chris Rock had on business clothes when he wore that wire to go work in the...
Because he was promoted.
Oh, he was promoted.
Yeah, you weren't picking it up. He's in charge now. He was in charge of the whole shit.
Oh, because I'm like, yo, everybody got on a tank top.
He had been promoted. He was like a ill nigga now.
So when you're the supervisor, even in the crack house, you got to business casual.
Yeah, you gotta come correct. People won't respect you.
Got you. You got to put a belt on. Once you the supervisor,
mm-hmm.
I got you. He got promoted. He got to talk to Nino Brown.
Yeah, he's handling real business now.
Yeah. He might interact with somebody who's in another business for sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I just thought it was because of the 90s technology. They're like, yo, a mic
belt.
pack's going to look big.
We
got to put some clothes on.
We got to have a reason for this belt.
Oh man, Sam, what's going on with your Celtics?
I mean, we're number 2 in the East. We chilling. We waiting to see who we playing. Like everybody else.
You scared of the Cavs?
No,
not at all.
No,
they won a lot of games.
Okay.
I mean, they look tough.
Okay. I ain't scared. I feel like they always they're good competition for us, but I feel like we always edge them out in the end. So I think in a series we're gonna be okay. That's what I'm going and believing.
I mean, y'all deep as hell, and y'all haven't had a close game in a long ass time.
Yeah,
y'all had, you know.
And
what I'm
when we
saying?
do lose, it's like we beat ourselves. It's never like you're watching us lose and you're like, this team beat them.
Right.
That's not happening. It's like, what are they doing?
Y'all been blowing people out, and Jason Tatum been having on a Duke shirt.
Yeah, and I like it.
He not even suited up, and they've been blowing people out.
Yeah, I'm with it.
It's been kind of nuts. I do think that Boston plays so crazy most years. Like this year hasn't been as crazy, but the past years they've had every type of way a game could go.
Mm-hmm.
Like they have so much experience together, you know, like Jaylen Brown,
and they're like
Horford,
in tune with each other. They're very much in tune with each other right now.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna make them very hard to beat.
I think so too. The East is wild. It really feels like just a 2-team race, but you know, we'll see.
Yeah, the West has got a little more gappy.
We shall see.
Who's your team? Atlanta. Yeah.
I mean, I root for the Lakers.
Oh wow, you're a traitor.
Yeah. No, okay. We lived in Orlando for a little bit. When I was a kid, I was 1. We moved to Orlando. We moved back when I was 7.
What does this give you?
My intro to basketball is through Shaq.
Oh, okay.
We moved now.
So you followed Shaq.
We might be moving around. I follow Shaq. Intro to Kobe. Boom. Rooting for Kobe. That gets me all the way to I'm 20-something, 28.
Wow. And you just abandoned Atlanta. This is why Atlanta, I feel like, has problems with their sports. None of you guys are loyal or faithful. No. It's a lot of, people are bad.
Learn behavior.
You people are bad. Because I have another good friend who's Mr. Atlanta, but he was a big Lakers fan. And it's like, you guys have a problem with loyalty to your teams. And I think this is why your teams are unsuccessful. You're fair weather fans.
Look how our teams do us up.
But it's because you're fair weather fans because you don't invest. I'm from a city where my team sucked for decades. And we stayed locked in.
Where?
The Red Sox were literally cursed. And we didn't win for eons. When I was growing up, you got to think, the Celtics, the Red Sox, and the Patriots don't start winning until I'm in my mid-20s.
Okay.
All while I'm growing up, these teams are terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
But they got banners. They're terrible, but they got
bad.
banners.
So we still riding. We riding through the good and the bad times.
Yeah.
Y'all are not like, y'all are just like really whack with that shit. For real. Like I remember a time I was in some bar in Atlanta, and it was Bobby Cox, Atlanta Braves.
Mm-hmm.
And it was his last game.
Yeah.
He was retiring. He's
Right.
not going to be a part of the franchise anymore. This is a storied part of the Braves' history franchise. And I walk into this bar, and me and my cousin assume the game's going to be on.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone's watching like a Carolina Panthers game. They're not even playing the fucking they're just playing.
Right.
And we're like, hey, you guys aren't going to put the Braves on? It's like Bobby Cox's last game. And they're like, oh, all right. And they just kind of like throw it on. And I'm like, if this was Boston, you wouldn't be able to walk in a bar black or white, and the Red Sox game wouldn't be on if, someone significant was retiring. You know what I mean? But that's just
Sure.
indicative of like the type of place Atlanta is.
Okay, there's depending on where you were, their relationship with the Braves might be a different thing. You know what I'm saying? Because the Braves had a reputation of once a black player started going crazy, they got him out of the city.
Boston Red Sox have a reputation of just not having black players, but still,
Okay.
it's our team.
But I'm saying that some of that smoke might be for Bobby Cox's last game. That being said, me growing up, I always felt like the Braves keep going to the playoffs. The Braves are good. Why is our attendance so low? They in the middle of the city. You could take a train to a shuttle, go right to the game. For me, I hated when kids would come to school with like Yankee stuff on.
Yeah, y'all are just not. Y'all
You know
not
what I'm
loyal
saying?
to your stuff.
I'm a Yankee fan.
I don't know
Why?
if that's
'Cause they winning.
changed with back then. You guys.
I
Really
think that
loyal.
there are some diehards, right? There are some diehards that used to come through.
But it's not infectious of the city. It's like in Boston, you can't go anywhere without someone wearing something.
Right.
Red Sox, Bruins, Celtics. We wear our teams. We wear our hats. We wear our stuff. And it's like you can't really move around the city without seeing that. And it's not really indicative of Atlanta.
No. I mean, we can wear whatever. And we wear whatever.
Yeah, wear whatever. That's
we
what I
wear
mean.
whatever. Yeah. And like, especially early 2000s when it was about just wearing whatever.
Like you wouldn't catch me dead in a Yankees anything ever in my life. Ever.
Yeah.
Never.
I think the Falcons have a core, and I think the Falcons have built a fan base and whatnot. But that loyalty was
y'all
definitely
support the soccer
not
team
there
more
when I was coming up.
Y'all support the soccer team more than y'all support anything.
But the soccer team embraced the city. A lot of these sports teams did not embrace they suppressed some of the culture of the city.
Is that what it is?
So you would go to a Hawks game and you're not gonna hear what you hear outside. They're gonna like early on, like eventually it was like the Oregon player playing Welcome to Atlanta, and it's a different story. But I'm saying coming up, it did feel like, oh, we go to a Hawks game, we're gonna hear this is how we do it. We're gonna hear, you know what I'm saying, jam, doom, 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 doom. You know what I'm saying? Jock jams and stuff.
Okay.
Sandstorm is what we gonna hear.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the city was on fire. The city was bubbling, and
it wasn't reflecting it.
And there wasn't. And they were trying to pander to a different crowd.
Okay. They were trying to get the whites. You could say the whites.
They were trying to get the whites. The thought process is the whites spend money. The whites have money.
So we need to make this a comfortable space for the whites.
We need to make this a comfortable space for the whites. The minute they started embracing the culture of the city, I feel like it started changing. Like when I was coming up, yes, you would see Chris Tucker at the games. You see JD at the games. but it wasn't like Boosie on
Right.
on the sideline.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't Lil Jon at the games. It
Right.
wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like Bone Crusher. Like what was like, you know, like now Boosie.
Well,
he be able to lay out on the court. Like, it's crazy.
Well, Boston too. All we have is our teams. Like Atlanta has so much other popping things. All we have is like the teams.
Right.
So we're like very like faithful to it.
So, and I think as popping as Atlanta was in other things, when players came to Atlanta, they would show out.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, "Yo, I'm about to put up 50 in
of
Atlanta
course.
because I'm in the city."
Yeah,
right
and
after
girls.
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
So like, we got the best out of Vince Carter. We got the best out of KG.
Mm-hmm.
We got the best. You know, so I think our experience is like, oh, this is like going to see a show. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like going to a concert. Hey, I'm putting on my KG jersey when I see KG. I'm putting on my Vince jersey when I see Vince.
That's
I'm putting
terrible.
my T-Mac jersey on when I see T-Mac. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
awful.
And the whole thing is like that. Everybody in there got an Iverson jersey. Everybody, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
but that's like so disheartening for the team. The team is playing for y'all.
But they win in like 13 games. So it's like, I don't even, who am I really wear? Who gonna be here?
Y'all had some guys though, some moments.
We had some guys, some moments.
Some squads.
Right. But they traded Dominique. That a lot of people in the Dominique trade was just like, all right.
Well, I mean, you had Joe.
Yeah, but that's like a 10-year gap between
True.
Joe and Dominique. You know what I'm saying?
Fair.
And that 10-year gap is when I was
but
a
that's
young
where
man
y'all supposed to ride.
rooting for the Lakers.
That's where y'all supposed to ride.
But I don't think I'm indicative of the whole city. I do know a lot of people, especially as I got older,
that were really like fully in. Me too.
Especially people who are from the city, who are like, you know,
really in. I could say that.
Yeah. And I think if I had that element around, maybe at a more different age, I might have
locked in a little harder.
Might have been locked in a little harder for sure. What the Patriots about to do?
I mean, I feel like they're going to be better than they were last season. I think it's just going to take some time for us to see what happens. But yeah. I think we got some good pieces.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's what you say when you're not confident in your team.
I mean, it's one of them things.
We got some good pieces, you know, putting it together, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to be better I really do think we are going to be better than we were last season for sure. I think significantly better.
Got you. Who y'all gonna draft? Y'all gonna draft Shador?
I don't think our pick is that high. I don't think we have
It's been moving around. It's been moving around. Like where he's gonna land.
Yeah. Based off of some things that have been seen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We shall see.
They were talking about him patting the ball and all that shit.
You said what?
They were talking about him patting the ball and all that shit.
Is that a problem?
Some people try to say it's a tell and it's like a sign of like, you know, not being ready. But then so many people do it and have done it their whole career, like Tom and Aaron Rodgers. That is like, so I think for some ways they're just like nitpicking Shador.
Patting the ball? I watch the combine sometimes. I never heard of like patting the ball being a problem.
There was like a whole conversation around it.
Pat Gate. That's crazy. Did you play any sports? No?
I attempted to play basketball, but I'm not good at it. And then the coach was very intense, and I don't like rules.
Gotcha.
So it didn't work out.
Are you competitive, though?
In the things that I'm good at.
Yeah.
Or things I think I'm capable of, yeah. But things I'm not, I don't care. Like, I'm not competitive in pool. I don't know how to play pool.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But, like, comedy, yeah. Spades, yeah. Monopoly, yeah. Stuff I know I do well.
Got you. So you feel like it's got to be...
Yeah, I got to have some skill in it. Like, I'm not like a blind maniac. It's like, I've never done this before, but I'm going to beat the fuck out of you. Like, I'm not like that. But if I know I'm good, I'm like, yeah, what's up? Let's do it. Or at least I know how to do it.
Got you.
You know what I
mean? Like game nights and stuff. You ever...
Hell yeah. Taboo, go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Boggle, go crazy.
What's Boggle?
It's like in the little it's like a square container, and it's got a bunch of dice that got different letters on it, and you shake it, and then you put it down, and you set the timer, and you just kind of spell words, and it's like as many as you can get. And they got like point system assigned to it.
What's next for Sam?
Man, I don't know. I'm doing Edinburgh this year, so I'm doing Fringe. I'm doing the whole 30, so I'm excited about that. Working on this hour that you saw a little piece of. Hoping to get it in a place. Well, I know it'll be in a place where I can bring it there and get some good reviews and have fun and just be nice to be somewhere else doing comedy for a while and like living somewhere else and just experiencing something else. Like that's the big thing, you know. A couple of little acting parts here and there and just like chilling, man. You know how this shit go.
Yeah. Are you? I mean, like for the audience listening, Edinburgh is the Fringe Festival. You are in where is it? Scotland for like a month.
Yep.
Doing the same show every night.
Yep. For 30 days. Yep.
And so a lot of people do it, work on an hour or bring an hour to like a different audience, and you know it develops and changes over time. That sounds exciting.
Yeah, I'm super excited.
Like a lot of people's concern going over there is selling tickets, and so like you going over there already, you know, popping 10. I feel like you're going to have people in front of you and be able to really, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so it's not a big room either.
You're going to be cooking.
It's like 100-seater, you know, it's not too stressful.
Have you done it before?
No.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, it's my first one.
Yeah. You've been to Europe though.
Yeah.
What are the difference? Like, what are the audiences like over there?
Attentive.
Okay.
Yeah, attentive. They really like let you walk them through stuff. Patient.
Okay.
I think they recognize it as an art form fully, and they experience it that way.
Yeah.
You know.
Is there any like barrier? Is there any like you know? Are you like, oh, I'm not gonna be referential? Cause
no.
Like
the internet and shit kind of really changes that kind of. I mean, everyone kind of knows everything about everybody.
Really.
To most theory. I mean, you can't probably get super specific, you know?
Right.
But pretty much. Like, they know what we're listening to. They know what's going on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, when I went over there, all the Diddy stuff was going on. I mean, I mentioned Diddy. They're like, well, you know? They know what's happening in the world.
Yeah.
Because the internet just has access to everybody's business.
How do you feel about that?
The internet and everybody having access to everyone's business?
Yeah.
I mean... It's bad. I think we know it's bad. You know what I mean?
Right. That's another reason why I thought maybe you wouldn't be down to do the pod. Is because I was like, what if Sam don't even rock with pods like that?
I don't go and do like a million. Yeah. But the ones I think are interesting for sure. It's a part of like the world now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not like any pod, anytime type of person.
Right.
But you're my friends. I went to my friend's podcast. You know?
Yes. Sam, I don't know. Sometimes I'll be like, yo, you pressed everybody about getting an expensive watch. Do you remember this?
Yeah, when we all were making money.
Yeah, but I had I still had one foot in the poverty. Like,
yeah, bro, you had enough money to get a better watch than you had. People were wearing very garbage watches, in my defense. Niggas had on trash. And you had enough money to get a decent watch. I didn't even say anything crazy. I was like, get a Movado. That's not crazy. Like, Movado's like $350. I was just like, we're too grown to be wearing like fossils and shit. Like, what is niggas doing?
This is what happened, right? I'm finally back on my feet. I'm finally working. You know what I'm saying? I had taken some L's. I was full time when I left Atlanta. School's dried up. Finally working, finally making money, Sam just comes out of nowhere. I had went to the G-Shock store, bought a G-Shock.
Yeah, it was a G-Shock. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, niggas had on fossils and G-Shocks. We're grown-ups.
My now wife was not rocking with the G-Shock at all. So then I go to Zoomies and buy a Nixon.
Yeah.
But it looked like it, you know what I'm saying? It didn't look like.
But listen, just in my defense, I wasn't telling niggas to get a Rolex.
No.
I said get a Movado. Just get you a grown watch.
But you did have on a Rolex.
Yeah, but I didn't say get like me.
Yeah, no, you didn't.
I didn't say get like me. I just said get a grown man's watch. You can't be wearing. This is someone who loves you. That's the advice of love.
Yeah.
That's something that your uncle would have told you. A grown man in your family, like, hey, man, you're a grown man. You got a decent job. Just put on Nice little 350. You ain't even spending that much.
Right. No, I was fighting that.
350, 375.
I'm finally
just get
back.
You
I got
solid.
the G-Shock.
Just get you some. Just get you,
Yeah.
Some respectable. You didn't listen, so.
I didn't listen. But no, I feel that. I do feel like sometimes you'll be like, I don't know. Like you went off on me for not hitting you for the when I was at Complex Con. You was like, Rob, you selfish. You ain't even, you know what I'm saying, see if I wanted anything. It's all kind of Lakers stuff there. You a Boston fan. I didn't even think you were
There's bad other shit at Complex Con. There's bad other shit at Complex Con. There's bad shit there. There's not just Lakers stuff there. There's tons of shit there.
I do hit you.
It's all good. I went to Complex Con and didn't hit you up. It's fine.
No. It's one of them things. It's one of them things when you there, you feel like, this gonna be something, and then you bring it back and you be like, this not gonna make sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
my first Complex Con, I brought a lot of bullshit.
Yeah.
I went crazy. But I rocked all of it, so it all served the purpose.
Oh yeah. No, I rock my hat, especially, you know what I'm saying. Lakers won the championship that year. It was a good year. We ain't had no parade,
Oh, you took the bubble year?
The bubble year.
Mm-hmm. The suspect year.
To some.
Mm-hmm. The sus year. It's the sus year.
I guess. Sam, anything you want to tell the people?
I guess just look out for me on the road. You can follow me anywhere at Sam J Comic on Instagram or Twitter. All my dates are up there. Check me out if that's something you care to do. And, stay true to you.
Hey. This been the Inconsistent Podcast with Rob Haze. Make sure y'all still checking us out. Some big things coming soon. Be on the lookout.
Popping, little things stopping. At the playground.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Yeah.
No doubt.